So we are back, Mr. Glenn Holmes. How's things, mate?
Good to be back. I feel like we've not done one for a while.
Yeah, the last podcast that I did was on the Mayweather-McGregor fight, and I'd done that by myself at home because Ernie, the producer, was spending Father's Day with your father, I'm guessing. So, yeah, we're back. We've been to Austin since the last podcast together.
Yeah.
And we went there to do a certification course, which was fantastic.
Unbelievable, yeah. Every time we go to Austin, we always go to the On It gym. And On It are just great, look after us really well, and it was always a good experience. Another 2 sold-out courses. It's actually the first time we've done a level 1 and level 2 course back-to-back.
Right.
And we've got a slight story about how it went on the first morning.
I mean, but before we jump into that, tell you what is mad. So Glenn's just turned up at the gym, sat in his seat. He's going to go to a party in Malibu in a bit with some high-profile client. But while you were at home getting ready in all your fancy clothes and all that, what you wear now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll be able to see. I'm here in Box and Burn, Santa Monica, at a kid's birthday party, right? Teaching 27 6-year-old and 7-year-old little girls. How about that?
Were you actually teaching them, or were you just babysitting them?
Babysitting, no. So we do birthday parties here. Do you know what? And I went from fighting absolute monsters trying to take my head off to teaching all these little princesses, these little girls, boxing. It's like,
Don't complain.
I mean, I'm not.
I love it.
I think it's great. I really enjoyed it because I'm like a big kid myself.
Yeah.
So I was just thinking, like, wow, it's mad how I went from one extreme to the other extreme, right? And then before that, I was training another client, which where I'm from, this doesn't happen. Even over here, it doesn't really happen. So I'm training her, and she's absolutely loaded. I mean, like, loaded.
Is this the billionaire woman?
No, gazillionaire, if there's a such thing.
Yeah.
She's a billionaire. And she was talking about a business that she's just put an offer in for $165 million.
Yeah.
Like, solely, it's her. And I was like, oh, right. And she went, yeah, and the bankers were trying to ask me this to give us some money. And I told that's what she said. I told the bankers, I can write a check right now for $165 million.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I went, you can? She went, yeah, can't you? That's what she said. I went, well, I can, but I cannot cash it. I went, can you cash it? She went, oh, yeah, I can cash it.
That's ridiculous, though, if she thinks that that's normal.
Nah, I think she was winding us up. She was expecting us to be like, oh.
Well, this is the woman that has the driver waiting outside while she trains, right? And then she just gives him, like, her hand wraps and her gloves and stuff while she cleans up. And it's like, she's on another level.
It's at the next level. Yeah. I mean, you know, people that rich. I mean, if you were that rich, what would you do?
I wouldn't. I mean, even if I was that rich, I wouldn't. I don't think I'd have a driver and somebody I'd give my wraps and my gloves to.
I would.
And all that. You would?
You wouldn't?
No, I don't think I would.
You've got, mate. So you're telling me you drive?
I probably wouldn't drive.
If you've
no.
got more, so you'd have a driver.
But I'm saying, like, how she, when she gets done with the session, he's there waiting in a suit, and she's like, "Yeah, I take my wraps and my gloves and put them in the car and all this."
I mean,
you know, like a full-on servant.
Joey.
Yeah, full-on Joey. Like, I don't know if I could.
Mate, I'm telling you, I don't know if I would. If I would act like that, but I would 100% have a driver at me beck and call with 5 assistants.
Well, we have that now anyway, don't we? Just go on Uber.
But I mean, Uber, you've got to wait 3 or 4 minutes. This is just like boom.
It's just there all the time. Yeah.
Imagine having a Joey like that. All right, mate. I'm gonna do my workout. Go to Bulletproof Coffee for us.
Well, I have an assistant.
Yeah, me too.
No, but you know what I'm saying? It's like there's a difference between having somebody who helps you to benefit you and someone who's just an absolute joy. Just you know, you can't even. You're that up your own ass that you can't even take your own wraps to the car.
Right.
That's like a 5-yard walk. You know what I mean? It's just. I just think it's a bit too much.
Well, you know what they say about Bill Gates? Bill Gates has got that much money. If he drops $100 bill, it's not worth his time bending down and pick it up. Because it's true. Because he's got to make that much money in interest for that time. So imagine that. So
by the time he's gone down to pick it up, he's already made twice as much as what he did.
4 times, almost like $400. Ridiculous. That's how much money he's making.
That's insane.
So, man. I mean, yeah, mate, come and get me fucking hand wraps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's ridiculous. So what does she do? Because I know you've told me this before, but I'm still not 100% clear on what this woman does. But she's the richest person that you've ever trained, right?
Yes, I can't tell you what she does because it's confidential.
Okay.
The client confidential. I'll tell you after.
Or like industry-wise, or is it?
It's an unsexy industry. It's a very unsexy industry. You'll be like, what the hell? What? She's making that money doing that? but that's what she tells me. I'll go for businesses that's not sexy, because these days, all the young up and coming entrepreneurs, they don't want to be in this sort of business.
Right.
They want to be in the high tech, in whatever it might be. They want to be in that business. So, I mean, it's great at Trimmer. She tells me as well that she gets a massage every night. Someone comes to her house.
No wonder she's shit in the gym then.
Someone comes to her house and gives her a massage, like, before she gets to bed. And I remember when I was a kid, I was thinking that would be the best. Imagine that. Just getting a massage, rolling it off the massage table, or even getting the massage in bed.
Yeah. And then just go to sleep.
Just go straight to sleep.
That'd be epic.
So it would be good. So how are we doing that shit?
Yeah, I'd definitely get a massage. Not every night, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, so I went from training her this morning to all them little kids, and now podcasting with you, mate. It's been a good, productive day.
Yeah, it's really good to be back. I feel like we've not done one for a while, and I've been looking forward to it. I feel like we've got a bunch of stuff to catch up on and talk about. First thing I wanted to touch on is you've been starting. You've tried to be doing intermittent fasting and kind of trying to do that high-fat diet and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you're working with Ryan Munsey, who we had on the podcast a bit back. If you go into the archives, you can listen to that podcast. Some super interesting nutritional info on that. So I just wanted to see what it's been like working with him, what kind of stuff he's got you doing, and like what the results of it have been so far.
So with intermittent fasting, I remember we did the podcast with Ryan, and then we did one with Mind Pump, and they were talking about the fasting a lot. But this is, you can eat in an 8-hour window.
Yeah.
So I'm eating between 11 and 7 p.m.
Right. Are you just having one meal in that time?
No, I'm eating throughout. I'm having 3 meals, high-fat meals. Then on the evening, like, I was like saying to my missus, like, I can't believe this. I'm having sweet potatoes with butter on, with a steak, with loads of veg. I'm like, with butter on that. It's like, how the hell? This is the opposite of everything that I've ever learned in nutrition. So I'm thinking it's not working, but it's working. I'm feeling great.
How do you feel when you wake up? Because typically that cycle of fasting is like 4 hours before bed you don't eat, and 4 hours after you get up you don't eat if you sleep for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
So how are you feeling in the mornings?
I'm a little bit hungry in the mornings, but I'll have a glass of water, big glass of water, and a cup of coffee, and I'm good. I'm good to go. You know?
And how long have you been doing that now?
I was doing it 10 days before we went to Austin. Then I've come back, and I've been doing it for about 3 or 4 weeks. But I was balls deep in it at first, but now I've took a little back step, because all I was doing when I started was going to Bulletproof every day, because I wanted to lose weight fast.
That's what I do. Just go Bulletproof every day.
But that was
my day off today, and I'm here drinking Bulletproof.
Yeah, I love it. But now Ryan said to me, I need to educate you on it, because we can't be doing that. That's the easy way out. And he wants to educate me so I can eventually educate my kids as well.
Yeah.
Which is like amazing. Like that sort of mentorship there, consultation is amazing. What he's trying to do, trying to help us. He's got us in a Facebook group, the accountability group, what's holding us accountable. Because that's one thing that I've figured out with business and with life and with everything. You need to be held accountable for your actions.
Yeah.
And what's he called? Steve Krebs was saying it often on this, and he's holding me accountable for it. It's the same with everything though. If someone's not doing what they're supposed to be doing in business, they need to be held accountable for it.
Right.
That's the bad thing about being an owner and the top of you. What I'm doing now is like, who's going to hold me accountable for my actions?
Yourself, innit? Really, that's it.
I've got to do it myself, which is hard. But if you've got someone on your back, like, why did you not do this?
Yeah.
And that's why the business coaching, what Steve Krebs does, is good. And that's kind of another thing that I'm trying to get into now is business coaching other business owners like me who's owning fitness facilities. I've had 2 phone calls this week with people who own gyms, who want to take the gym to the next level, and they're asking me for my advice, because, I mean, what we've done here with Box and Burn, created 2 7-figure businesses in just over 4 years, from a free boot camp down the beach, then a 6-figure, and then a 6-figure personal training course in the Box and Burn Academy.
Yeah.
Them 3 businesses there within that short space of time. I mean, we're doing something right. So even you get asked a lot about mentorship questions. So people's asking me, I want to mentor, I want you to help us do this.
Yeah, I've had a few people reach out to me as well. It's just something that I'm still trying to get up to speed on myself, as far as like what kind of model to adopt, and like what your rates are, and what kind of value you'd be offering. That's the main thing that I need to figure out, but it's definitely something I'd love to do moving forward. And that kind of leads us on to the whole passive income thing. I know we wanted to touch on that a little bit.
Yeah. So I mean, it's great. Like I said, held accountable, and I'll be able to hold these business owners accountable for their actions because, like I said, we've walked the walk. You know, we can do it. I've spoken to two guys, a guy from Ibiza and a guy from Arizona who own gyms who want to take the business to the next level. I've told them I'll give them everything they need, and I mean, if that's something that you're interested in, I'm not trying to be a salesman right now. Maybe I am, but if that's something you're interested in, you can get in touch with me, Tony@boxandburn.com. Only get in touch with us for that. Don't get in touch with us for anything else. For that.
I'm just wondering when you get more and more people asking for your time and your advice, and you're mentoring them on how to run the business, and you're holding them accountable and all that kind of stuff, and you're setting them targets and goals. How much pressure is going to come with that for you? So say they're not hitting their goals, they're not hitting their targets, and then they're turning around on you. There's going to be a lot of pressure coming back at you, like, look, well, you told me to do this, and it's not working, or this hasn't happened.
That's a great question, and that's the big thing about it. But I know for a fact
it will.
That it will work. If you do what I tell you to do in your business.
And it's kind of the same as personal training. It's like someone comes in and, you beasted a mirror, and then you go and tell them what to eat and what to drink and how to live outside of the gym. And they come back after a couple of, and like, oh, I haven't lost any weight. Well, you've not done it. You've not done what I've told you to
Obviously
do.
not. Obviously not.
It's on you just as much as it is.
Yeah,
me.
Big time. And then that comes down to, like we said, a bit of passive income. What we're going to touch on. I mean, passive income is what we're trying to do now with the online certification course. So for the last 5 or 6 months, we're in. Is it July? It's the end of June now. Is it July now?
Yeah, no, it's June now.
It's the end of June now, and we've been doing this online certification course since February. The idea came about last year. So people can do the Box and Burn Academy online, and we talk about passive income. That's passive income there. Passive income means sleeping money, really. Making money while you sleep. I mean, who doesn't want to make money while you sleep?
It's the dream, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I sleep and dream.
Sleeping and earning, yeah.
So with this online certification course, because we get people, I get messages every single day of people saying, I want to do the Boxing Academy, but I'm in Australia. I'm in India. I've got a guy from India talking was now, like, I'm talking about the online cert. Even people around America, Alaska, who doesn't really want to travel.
Yeah.
But they want to get certified.
And the first step to that was for us to expand our reach as far as us traveling. And that's been amazing for us. We've managed to travel to Vegas, Orlando, Austin this year. We're going to Denver, San Jose, Arizona. So we're definitely traveling. And then next year, hopefully, traveling international with it as well.
Yeah.
But even with us traveling, they still only reach a certain amount of people. So hopefully once this gets up online, we're hoping to launch it in July of this year.
Yeah.
Then anybody in the world can sign up online, take the exam, take the course, review all the video materials, study, practice, and then get certified online and still receive their education credit for their personal training.
Right, yeah. And although we're talking about passive income, I mean, it's great. And I swear, this is not the only reason we're doing it. We're doing it, well, it's because we love it. And then it's helping promote the Box and Burn brand around the world. And I mean, this sounds like bullshit because every time someone says shit like this to me, I feel like it's bullshit. But now we're actually helping people, right? Yeah. You get a buzz if you help someone,
big time.
right? So now we're getting emails often where it's like, I've put this boxing class in my gym now and my money's increased. That sort of shit. People's telling us that. Now we can help people, help trainers get their clients better results. So we're spreading the Box and Burn method.
I was talking to someone the other day and I said, when you start to get to a level within your career or your job where you start thinking about showing and teaching other people how to do what you've done, that's when you know you're at a good level.
Right.
Because now we're building a business and an online business as well, hopefully a passive income business, through teaching other people to do what we do.
Yeah.
And it's like it's took a few years to get to that point to build up the confidence to be like, okay, I know enough about this stuff now. I've got enough knowledge and expertise to share with other people.
Yeah.
And just the feedback we get from the academies, it's amazing how much people love it and value it and really respect what we're doing.
So obviously everyone can't start a Box and Burn Academy and start getting passive income that way, but there's other ways of doing passive income. And one big way, and if I had time, I would do this. I'm going to give everyone a little tip how to go and make some passive income money right now. So there's this website called Alibaba. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's like the eBay of Asia, like not eBay, sorry, Amazon of Asia, where you can buy wholesale things for a really cheap price. Alibaba.com. It's a really big company now. You can go on there and you can buy just about anything, right, for cheap. Now, why doesn't people, right? And I've told me people this to do, and they've not done it because you can get this information anywhere. Go on there. Let's say buy 10,000. I don't know. I don't want to give this one idea because that's what I want to do. Let's give everyone. Let's buy 10,000 items of phone cases.
Right.
Now on the phone cases, we're going to get custom things printed on, like a golf club, or a pair of boxing gloves, or a pair of ice skates. Right. Now get them items and put them on Amazon. So now you've got who does custom mobile phone golf club cases? I don't know. I've never heard of it. I'm just making this up right now in my head.
Yeah.
Which, you know what I mean? Now, if I want to get someone a gift who's into golf, which millions of people are, I go on Amazon and I find, oh, look at this case, right? So anyway, what you do, you buy, let's just say 1,000 of these golf mobile phone cases, right? Golf club cases, right? You send them to Amazon, right? Amazon store them for you. And now Amazon posts them every time that someone buys one.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and Amazon are just taking a percentage.
They take the percentage. You've got to pay them out, I think it's $30 a month, a monthly fee. And that's it. So rather than having $2,000 in the bank, I would rather have that $2,000 in iPhone cases with a golf club on the back. I mean, I'm saying golf club. It might be something better than that, but that's the first thing coming, like ice skates, because no one, who's doing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there will be a target market for that because people look for gifts.
Right.
Get the keywords right in Amazon, and now that money, them's going to sell. Like me brother-in-law.
Could you not do it something with the product that's at a higher price point though? I mean, like an iPhone case with a golf club on it, it's going to be what? $4 or $5 maybe. Could you not do it with something at a higher price point?
It's going to cost $4 or $5, but it's going to cost you 50 cents to make.
Right.
Now you're making $4.50 a pop. Yeah, profit margin's huge, and that's what it's about. And then once you can start selling more, my brother-in-law done it with emoji masks, marketing it with emoji masks, and he was doing really well, but then he stopped. I said, you should have kept it there, but he needed the money or whatever. Right. You know, and people's buying it. Now that's
interesting model.
Income.
Yeah, definitely.
It is, but like that's a way where you can be sleeping.
Yep.
People can be buying your shit.
Oh, definitely.
In your line of bed. Obviously, you got to put the work in and the groundwork in before.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've just come up with that on the top of my head. iPhone cases with golf clubs on. Not
everyone listening to this now is just googling golf iPhone cases on Alibaba.com.
I want to do it after this. But I mean, that's the idea there. You can now with that idea, you can run with it. You can go on Alibaba. You can find it might be, I don't know, purses or whatever. So everything on it and do that, and there's some passive income.
That's like just basically, if you want to earn a passive income, just become an online Del Boy, right?
I mean, yeah, because I think the only way you can really get passive income now is online. Maybe I'm wrong. I've not thought.
I was thinking about asking that question while you were talking. I was like, is there any way to make a passive income that's not digital or remote?
Well, I guess there is. With you could kind of say that owning a business like Box and Burn is a passive income when we start making money, because we don't have to actually be working. Me and Kev,
right?
We get a percentage of everyone's
memberships,
money, or a percentage of every trainer's money.
Yeah,
you know. It's hard to work out.
But at the same time, you have to maintain the upkeep of the gym. And,
exactly. So it's not passive income.
Yeah,
I couldn't go on holiday for 6 months. You know what I mean? I couldn't work from abroad. I've got to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So start getting passive income, sleep money. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Austin. Let's talk a little bit about Austin. So Austin was fantastic. Absolutely great trip.
If anyone's not been to Austin, Texas, go. It's probably the fastest growing city in America. Every time we go, there's more and more expansion of the city happened. The people there are super nice. It's a fun city. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of really interesting, cool places to go. Food's unbelievable. There's fitness vibe. There's party vibe. There's everything you want there in one city. And the weather's amazing. It's top notch. I love it.
The weather's amazing, and we met so many people doing the Boxman Academy, and that's one of the best things. You know, we out there networking, meeting all these new people. And, so we do the level 1, the level 2. On the level 2, I do a talk where I'm talking about social media and marketing, and that's kind of one of my strong suits in business. I know all about that. And one thing I tell everyone is to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Because why? Like the free, unless you earn Ernie.
Yeah.
Unless you hire an Ernie, the free, and it just looks so good. If you're in the fitness business, if you're in any business, you know, why not start a podcast?
Yeah.
You know, because. It doesn't matter if you're getting 5 listeners or 5,000 listeners. No one really knows how many listeners you're getting. But looks like you're obviously passionate about what you do because you're doing a podcast, and it makes you stand out from the crowd, from your competition. Them not doing a podcast.
I think it makes you think about what you're doing a lot more too. Like when we do these podcasts, it makes me think about what we do. It gives me a chance to like look back at what we've done and think about it and really dig into it. But let's rewind to the first day of the academy. So just to quickly fill everybody in on how the academy works, we focus heavily on how to wrap hands for boxing, and we have probably around like 75 pairs of hand wraps shipped out to Austin, right?
Right.
All rolled up and wrapped up. So we're about 10 minutes to go before we start, and all the chairs are lined up. There's like 40, 50 chairs lined up for everybody attending this course, and we usually start off with me, you, and Kev talking, introducing ourselves, talking about our backgrounds, all that kind of stuff. So we talk a little bit, and then the first thing that we do as part of the course after the introductions is how to wrap hands, and we demonstrate it all, and everyone gets the hands wrapped. So we're about 10 minutes out before we start, and everyone's got a manual and a pen and all that, and everyone's registered and sat down waiting for all this thing to start. And this is kind of like the most nerve-wracking part for me, is the intro at the beginning.
You
get that adrenaline rush, and you're a little bit nervous. You don't really know what to expect, but I look around and I'm like, everyone's got everything. I'm like, there's something in the back of my mind. I'm like, something's not right. We forgot something, and I just look around. I'm like, where's everyone's hand wraps? Like, shit, no one's got hand wraps. And like the first thing we've got after half an hour of talking is hand wraps.
Yeah.
And the whole course is about how important hand wraps are for safety of boxing and all this. And then we realised that we'd left a bag at the airport, or that it had gone to a different airport, and that bag had all the hand wraps in it. So I was absolutely shitting myself. I was like, what are we going to do? You weren't as bad as me. You were pretty laid back about it, but I was fucking stressed. And then we started the course, and you started talking, and then Kev had to drive to Austin Airport, right?
Yeah,
and then hopefully go and find this bag that was missing with the hand wraps in whilst the course had started.
Yeah, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but once we found out that the bag might have been at the airport, because we shipped like 15 bags this time, which we've never done before. We've never done that many bags.
It was a lot, yeah.
And we left one bag at the airport.
Boxing gloves, everything got there apart from the hand wraps.
Yeah, but then they come, and the course went really smooth.
Yeah, you started talking, and then I was like, drag it out. And then I started talking, I'm like, all right, I'll drag it out. And then I was like, shit, come on. I'm like, it's like 20 minutes in, and then all of a sudden Kev showed up with the bag, so I was like, yes. It's the biggest relief I've ever had.
And then he started talking, but then he started repeating everything we said.
Yeah, that was funny, yeah.
So I made a huge announcement today on my social media, Instagram.
I didn't see it.
Mate, yes, you did. Yes,
I didn't.
You did. Yeah, mate,
I don't go on Instagram.
Mate, yes, you do. That's all you do all day, every day. Is when you're holding mitts, you're on Instagram. So my huge announcement was that my wife's pregnant, and I'm having another baby girl.
I did see it, yeah.
Mate, I'm having another girl.
Unbelievable. You're just going to keep going, aren't you, until it happens?
I don't know, mate, because it's just getting hard. Like, it's like, after the first one, I had the second one. I was like, oh, this is too hard. Why did I have that one? And I was like, let's just try it, you know. It's another one. It's like another fucking girl. I'm like, oh my God, all I wanted was a boy. And now I've got 3 girls. But I'm my wife, so I want 4 baby girls.
Do you know what? It's like, I mean, some people are going to say, how can you be disappointed? You should be ecstatic. Like, you're having a kid, you know what I mean? You should be excited. But it's hard to not be that. If you know in your head the reason you're doing it is because you want a boy, and then you don't get it, you're like, fuck.
Well,
but it's harsh. It's harsh at the same time.
It is harsh. People saying, well, you know, there's people out there who can't have kids, and you know, you should be looking. And I am happy. I swear down on
health priority, right?
Yeah, but I swear down. I would rather have 3 girls than not have any kids, or have 1 boy. I'd rather have 3 girls than 1 boy. You know, that's the truth. I would, because I always want to have more than one
Just
kid.
in case anyone doesn't know, I've got one boy.
See, so I'm doing better than you. 'Cause I've got 3 girls, right? And they'll punch his head in when they get older. But how about that? Yeah, so that was my big announcement today. And yeah, so it's
So upcoming, moving forward, what we're going. When people have listened to this, we've been recorded a podcast with the one and only Ben Greenfield.
Oh yeah, we're going there on Tuesday. The day this is getting released, we fly into Washington State to podcast with Ben
Spokane,
Greenfield.
Washington will be up there for 2 days.
Ben Greenfield is one crazy bastard, isn't he? Well, I just know he's got a really big podcast.
Yeah.
But then when I started looking at him, I was like, whoa, this guy is off his head, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit unconventional, if you will, with health and fitness and wellness and all that kind of stuff. But I remember 4 or 5 years ago, it was like one of the first podcasts I really started getting into was his.
Right.
And I learned so much from his podcast. And now he's been in the gym. You've trained him a couple of times. He's a huge inspiration for me as far as fitness and nutrition. I've learned a shitload from him. And then just to think that we're going to be in his house recording it, you're going to be on his podcast, and then we're going to record a Boxing Live podcast with him. It's pretty surreal for me. So I'm really excited to go and check it out and see what he's all about.
Big time. Yeah, I mean, he's into biohacking, and that's what I really want to get into. Because
big time.
I'm right into these things, how the optimum performance. It's kind of through Ryan Munsey, how he's talking about it all the time. But like, I really want to find out. We're getting questions up. I really want to find out his best biohacking methods. So
he's just someone you can pick his brains like all day. There's like nothing he doesn't know. The guy's like an absolute nutrition, fitness, wellness, anything you need. The guy's a genius.
Yeah. So we've got a bunch of questions. We put some ask us any questions on Instagram, on the Boxing Life Instagram. So we've got questions on there, and also on the Facebook page. We got questions on the Facebook.
Do you want me to read a couple out?
Yeah, you. Well, let's start from the top.
So we post on Instagram. Give us your questions. So I'm just gonna fire a couple out here. If each of you could give us a tip on being successful in 3 words, what would it be?
Take a risk.
Can I do it in 4?
Go on.
The one that was on your laptop: work hard, be humble.
Work hard, be humble. Yeah, I mean, obviously there's more than taking a risk to become successful. You're going to put all your money on red at the casino. That's taking a crazy risk.
Speaking of working hard, there was a question that I wanted to ask on this podcast, which I'm interested to find out what you think. Why do some people not work hard? Not everybody in the world works hard. Actually, there's only a certain select few people who work hard. Hard work ethic is
easy. It's an easy question to answer because they're happy.
Because it's easy.
Because they're happy. I think because they're good. They'll complain like fuck, but if they're not working hard, they must be good. That's the only thing. Everyone.
I just need I can't get my head around it. I don't understand like laziness and lack of work ethic. I don't understand how people can go through life not working hard. Whether you're successful or not is irrelevant. Just at least try and give 100% to something.
Well, at the end of the day, it's all down to if you're happy. If you're happy and you're lazy, fine. I'm all for it.
My dad.
Let's go. Next question.
All right. Why is jumping rope the go-to cardio for combat sports, whether it's boxing or MMA? I
don't think it's the go-to one. I think it's an old school exercise, and I love jumping rope. I think it's good. It's good for your hand, eye, and foot coordination, and it's a great workout as well. It gets your heart pumping, especially if you've never done it before.
Usually it's used as a warm-up, so you'll probably do like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes jump rope to start a session.
20 minutes? For who?
At a professional level, I'd say. Maybe like 15,
right.
minutes,
I thought you meant like your client comes in
no.
for an hour session, 20 minutes on the jump rope.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Now.
Yeah, I usually do like a couple of rounds, maybe like 5 minutes with one-to-one sessions.
Yeah, I'll do 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, I mean...
Just full body.
It's
coordination, gets you on the balls of your feet, warms everything up.
And it's, like I said, it's great for coordination. Some people can't do jump rope, and once they'll start learning and they get better, they feel like they've achieved something, so it's good.
Yeah. Next one, how do you stay motivated to keep up a healthy lifestyle? From Jamie Parry.
Go on, I'll let you answer that one.
I just love it. I just find it fascinating. Like health and wellness to me is just a really fascinating thing. The concept of what goes in my mouth, what it does inside your body, and how it makes you feel, how it makes you look, how it makes you perform, how it affects you. I just find it super fascinating. So that's part of the motivation for me. It's like if I drink and eat this and get into a regular habit with that, I'm going to feel better, I'm going to have more energy, I'm going to be more productive, I'm going to think smarter, I'm going to be clearer headed, I'm going to have better moods, I'm going to sleep better. And it becomes with experimentation. So different supplements, I'll try this, and then I'll try this food or this drink or whatever it is, and then just see how I feel and kind of mess about with it and experiment.
Right.
And to me, it's just fascinating. I just love it, and I just love feeling healthy and not really feeling like, because you hear a lot of people say like, when you hit 35 or when you hit 30, it's like, you start to feel it on my joints and all that. And it's like, I don't want to be that person. Right. I want to be the person who's like gets older and feels stronger and gets faster.
Frank Grillo, did you see that picture I posted?
Exactly. That's a good motivation.
52-year-old.
Exactly.
Beast. So as for me with the motivation, I haven't really got much motivation. That's why I was talking about getting held accountable for stuff. When I was fighting, I was motivated because I was about to have a fight.
And it's your job, isn't it?
It was the job, and you had to make weight, So I was motivated then, and then when that stopped, the motivation all went. And not until recently, since I've been working with Ryan Munsey, have I started to get motivated again. And what you've just said there about learning about the things that you put in your body, I think that's massive.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm really learning is you shouldn't be eating any processed shit. Sugar is the devil.
Yeah.
And then, if you're eating food, it wants to be proper food. Like meat, eat grass-fed meat. Eat wild fish.
If it's from the earth, it's going to be good for you.
Yeah.
You know?
The sad thing about that is it costs a fortune to live that lifestyle. Everything organic,
everything organic, everything grass-fed, everything hormone-free. Like all that. Yeah,
it does cost a fortune. But if you can learn about that, and then be aware of that, and then be aware of the different foods, I think that would be a good motivation for you, because it's really motivated me. Like, find out that sugar is the devil and looking on the back of packets to see. So that's a good motivation.
Yeah, definitely.
Another question?
What are the main differences between the style of training in gyms in the US and the gyms in the UK from what we have seen? And why do you think that is? That's from Michael Terrell. Do you want to go on that?
So, what we do at Box and Burn is different than anywhere else I've seen, because it's a better workout and we've got better systems. But I tell you the truth, I haven't spent that much time in gyms apart from boxing gyms in the UK. And I think with me being in boxing gyms all my life, when I've opened this one with Kev, I wanted to get all the bad shit out of gyms, out of boxing gyms. Like, one of the first rules that I wanted to put in place was I don't want anyone training here without the shirt off. Yeah. Because you see that in boxing gyms all the time. Yeah. People with the shirts off. I mean, we just posted that picture with Frank Grillo with his shirt off.
That was for a photo shoot.
But you know what I mean?
And same with bare feet as well. I used to hate that when I've been in a couple of gyms in LA as well, and people messing about with bare feet and shirts off.
So what would you say
that.
the comparison is with the UK and the US?
When I go back home, I usually go to more corporate-y type gyms, and the technology is far better over there.
Over England?
Yeah. Like, you could go on a treadmill, and it's just a way more advanced treadmill than it is here.
Well, I think if you go to Equinox, we'll have them treadmills, right? Is it not the level of gym?
I think it probably is. I think overall they're pretty comparable, but just from my own experience, I've noticed that the facilities in English gyms are a little bit ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what facility. Like, we've got a treadmill here that you can run on. It hasn't got a TV on. It hasn't got all this fancy shit on. But this gym's not one of them fancy gyms. This is a gym where you come to work out and get results.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's the thing about them gyms, where I remember seeing lots of people in the gyms in England not working with a trainer. Mm-hmm. That's a big comparison. People over here, they hire a trainer, but in England, they don't really do that.
Just off the top of my head, I think a couple of gyms, like you think of the Velocity gym, think of that boxer and gym that just opened in London. Right. They're just I don't know what the word is.
Them's the standout gyms.
Yeah.
Them's the performance gyms.
Right.
But the everyday gym, like the commercial ones that you go to,
yeah.
I don't think they've got the personal training standard that they've got over here.
Right.
Maybe I'm wrong, because I mean, the personal trainers are hitting miss over here as well.
Yeah, definitely. It's an interesting question because I think you could make an argument that some gyms are more advanced over there and some are more advanced over here. It just depends on the kind of gym and the style of gym, I guess.
Next question. We got a few.
Jeff asks, would you be willing to expand the concept in Europe, maybe a franchise?
What's Jeff who?
Jeff 58585.
Yes. Would we willing to come to Europe? Yes, we are, and that's a plan. We get asked often about franchising and affiliates out, and that's something that we definitely want to do with Box and Burn down the line. But like I said, down the line, because right now we've got so much going on, and we don't want to franchise the gym out. We could franchise the gym out 10 times this month if we wanted to, but we don't want to do that because the quality will drop. We want the quality to be high. We never came into this business to make money. We came in because we loved it, and we don't want to just give someone a gym.
I always think like if we were out to make money, we wouldn't be in the fitness. We wouldn't be in the fitness industry. We'd probably be in like hedge funds or something.
Right. Yeah.
You know, but I think moving forward, the main priority is with the academy online.
Yeah,
right?
and then we've got ideas for the gym as well. We've got big ideas to open more gyms, but right now we're not ready to just start blasting them out. You know, I looked online and CrossFit has open a CrossFit. It's only $3,000 a year. Do you know that?
To open one?
Well, obviously you got to pay for your equipment and all this shit, but their affiliate, to have the CrossFit affiliate, is $3,000 a year. And I thought, why the hell would CrossFit do that for so cheap?
Yeah.
But do you know why?
Why?
They've got over 10,000 CrossFits around the world.
Right.
That's over $3 million a year.
Shit.
Talk about passive income.
Yeah.
Passive income there, mate.
And everyone's just breaking their back left, right, and centre.
Just getting injuries all over.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got any more?
That was pretty much like most of the decent ones off the Instagram. Just trying to quickly get through a couple more.
Yeah, if you've got any questions, you can blast them on there. We put this out again.
Combining boxing and fitness has been super successful for you guys and continually grow your brand through gym.
If you want to read the question,
I know I need a question. Come on, where's the question? Do you see yourselves branching out into the areas of fitness?
We're in fitness. That's what we do. We're the kings.
Other areas of fitness, like I'm guessing he's referring to things like maybe yoga or Pilates or something like that. But I don't think so. We don't know enough about anything else other than boxing and everything that stems from that.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like we trying to do what we do. We're the best at what we do. That's a problem with all these other gyms that open up. They'll open a gym and they'll have yoga, they'll have spinning classes, they'll have this, they'll have that.
Yeah.
Rather than being the best at one, they try to be the best at the other. There's a good question here by Naughty. This one.
Can I have a job?
No, this one here.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah, can I have a job?
I'll read the question.
What's your thoughts on trainers walking the walk? For example, would you employ an overweight personal trainer or someone who lives an unhealthy lifestyle, giving advice on how to live a healthy life, even if they were producing results? Hope that makes sense. Love the podcast, lads. Keep it up. Keep smashing it.
Thank you for your question. Now, that's a great question.
Yeah, because I can think of examples of that straight away. There's definitely trainers that are successful that don't necessarily have the right look or don't necessarily live the right lifestyle themselves. Right. One thing that we are big on is you got to walk the walk and kind of lead by example. But if you know your shit and you can get results, you'll still be successful. And of course, we'd be willing to hire somebody that does do that. Yeah. You know.
Do you know what? Just about every single boxing trainer that I've ever had was overweight and never worked out. Every single one. I can't think of someone who worked out and successful, proper successful. Obviously, it's a different industry to personal training. So they know their shit. Yeah. They're getting results. Yeah. So, yes, we would, if they can get past the interview. Now, that's the different thing. Yeah. If you're overweight and you look like shit and we can tell that you're not living the lifestyle, it's going to be hard to get past that first step for us to see that you're getting the results.
The other thing as well, I think, is when you're running group classes, which are pretty much the lifeblood of this gym. You know, every single day we've got 4 or 5 group classes where you've got like 30 people coming through the doors, and you've got a guy who's the front and center of your gym who's not in shape and he's out of weight and he's telling 20, 30 people what to do, it's just not a great look. So it's not ideal, but I think on a one-to-one personal training level, you can do it. I just think in a group setting in a gym like this, where we're relying on group classes a lot, it's probably not the best idea. And as sad as it is, it's the fitness industry, and especially in this town, in LA, everyone's concerned about looks and aesthetics.
Right.
You've got to kind of set that example of you've got to look the part to get people's attention and respect, I guess.
Guys, thank you for your questions and thank you for listening to this Boxing Life podcast. Oh, we hit 51 reviews.
Oh, we have?
We said if once we get to 50 reviews, Six Figure Homes will give a free session out. So thank you for all your reviews. They've been amazing. I've tweeted a couple. I'm going to tweet some more as well.
Nice.
So now it's all down to Glenn finding someone to train and then Ernie flying them out if they're from England.
Ernie's paying for their flights, right?
Yeah.
And their hotel.
And the hotel.
All right, sound.
And then... so we're going to pick one. We'll pick one maybe not next week, then the week after.
Yeah, we'll read through them, and the best one, we'll invite you to come in and do a personal training session.
Yeah, so even if you haven't left the review...
Punch this mitt right here.
Even if you haven't left the review, leave one now, and then we'll still might pick you to get a training session with Glenn Holmes. Thank you for listening. I'm Tony Jeffries. This is Glenn Holmes.
Nice one, everyone. Thanks.
See ya.